Hello dear children, welcome to our English lesson. My name is Yıldız Ismailova and we are going to have a brand new topic, zero conditional. Welcome to our lesson. Zero conditional English lesson, Year 7. As usually, you will need today a notebook or piece of paper, as well as a pen or a pencil. Get ready for the lesson. I had a dinner with the colleagues the other day. We had a beautiful plov together. We had a really nice time. But we had a lot of plov left, so we took it home. After we left home, I messaged to one of my colleagues, Mr. Harrison, and gave him a suggestion. If you don't eat your rice tonight, put it in the fridge. So will Mr. Harrison eat the plov tonight? Perhaps not, because he is full. Will he eat it tomorrow? Perhaps yes, because the plov is really delicious. So what is the condition? The condition is if he does not eat the plov tonight. Look at this picture. Can you make a sentence with if? Think which tense you are going to use. Okay, let's see the answer. If it rains, I need an umbrella. So today's topic is zero conditional. There are several types of conditional sentences. First conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and mixed conditional. But today we will consider only zero conditional. Today's topic is zero conditional. We will learn structure, how to form zero conditional, if clause, main clause, usage of zero conditional, as well as we do some interactive exercises. Let me give you an example. If you heat water, it boils. First part of the sentence is condition. Second part of the sentence is the result. It boils. The other example is, if you don't give your plants enough water, they die. First part of the sentence is condition, and the second part of the sentence is the result. They die. Structure of zero conditional. If you do or don't do something, something happens or doesn't happen. There are always a condition and a result, as I mentioned before. That is why it is called conditional. Zero means all actions are in present tense. How do we form a zero conditional sentence? We have first part conditional clause. It consists of if plus present simple tense and main clause in a present simple tense also. For example, if you heat ice, it melts. I'll give you some other example. If you press this key, the computer shuts down. If your pupils are unruly, they're probably bored. If you want to learn, you have to study. Let's do some exercise. Task 1. Put the verbs in the brackets in an appropriate tense. You have 1 minute. Let's check the answers together. If you buy 2 books, you get 1 free. Number 2, the menu appears on the screen if you press this button twice. Number 3, if dogs eat chocolate, it makes them ill. Number 4, if water freezes, it expands. And the last sentence is, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. Well done if you got all your answers right. Let's proceed further. The zero conditional sentence consists of 2 clauses, as I mentioned before. If clause and the main clause. If clause consists of if plus subject plus present simple tense, and the main clause subject plus present simple tense. For example, if you follow the rules at school, you get a star. Zero conditional we often use to talk about things that are always true, like a scientific fact. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. The other example is, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. Please remember, you can reverse the first part of the sentence with the second part of the sentence. If clause, the condition part, and the main clause, the result part. As you can see below, the first part of the sentence can be main clause, the result, and the second part of the sentence can be if clause, condition. Let's see the example. For example, if I pass the test, I can go to study abroad. Or the same sentence we can say as I can go to study abroad if I pass the test. See how we reverse 2 parts of this sentence. One action follows after another, which is always true. If plus present in the if clause and present simple in the main clause. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. If you speak English well, you have a chance to get a well-paid job. Because of the certainty, you can replace if with when. Let's do the task 2. Match 2 halves of the sentence. You have 1 minute. Now we can check the answers together. What are the correct answers? Number 1, if I eat too much, I feel ill. Number 2, if it rains, I take the tram to school. Number 3, my mom gets cross if I don't tidy my room. Number 4, if you exercise regularly, you stay fit and healthy. Number 5, you save electricity if you turn off the lights. And finally, number 6, if you study hard, you get good marks. Well done if you got all your answers right. Let's go further. When do we use zero conditional? As I mentioned before, we use it to tell about scientific facts. For example, if you heat snow, it melts easily. The other use is a common truth. For example, anything falls if you don't hold it firmly in your hand. For example, books. The other usage of zero conditional is rules and instructions. Below is an example. The students are punished if they don't do their homework. We also use zero conditional for clear reasons for any action. For example, a computer doesn't work if you unplug it. And finally, we use zero conditional for routine actions. For example, Anna goes to bed early if she works the following day. Let's do the task 3. You have to match the sentence with the appropriate naming: scientific facts, common truth, rules and instructions, clear reasons for any action, or routine actions. Now let's check the correct answers together. For the scientific fact, this sentence is appropriate. If you pour oil on water, it floats. For the common truth, if you mix yellow and blue, you get green. For rules and instructions, this sentence is the most appropriate. If the boat sinks, get into lifeboat quickly. For the clear reasons for any action, the following sentence is appropriate. The TV starts if you press the button on the remote control. And finally, for the routine actions which we do every day, the following sentence is appropriate. I leave home in time if I get up early. I hope you get all your answers right. Well done, great effort. Let's watch a video about zero conditional.
This conditional describes situations and results that are currently possible.
Similar to the simple present tense, these are used to describe facts, habits, and general truths. Let's take a look at a few examples. If I drink coffee in the morning, I feel happy.
If I see something on sale, I buy it.
For present real conditionals, the if clause can also sometimes begin with the word when. For example, when celebrities do something crazy, everybody talks about it.
OMG, Lucas, look at this! Let's look at the zero conditional in some contemporary pop songs.
Cause when you love someone, you open up your heart. When you love someone, you make room. If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you probably never loved someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do.
So, if you remember my first example about my colleague Mr. Harrison, I told him, if you don't eat rice, put it in the fridge. So, sometimes we can use negative in our zero conditional sentences. Negatives use do not, does not, am not, is not, or are not, just like the simple present sentence. If you don't exercise, you gain weight. If you don't study, I don't do well on tests. And the final example is, if you are not on time, you lose 1 mark. How do we form questions in zero conditional? We will do the same way as with the simple present tense. We just reverse the order. Examples include: does ice melt if you heat it? When do you wake up if you have to work? Or, the last example is similar to the second example, but in a reverse order. If you have to work, when do you wake up? Let's do the last task for today. Put the verbs in the brackets into the empty space. You have 1 minute. Let's check the answers together. First sentence is, if you drive along the riverbank, it is 20 miles out of your way. The second one is, if you take your mobile phone into class, it must be turned off. The next sentence is, we don't use calculators when we write tests. The next sentence is, if you push this button, the volume increases. Next sentence is, I wear my old boots when I work. And finally, when I cook salads, I use only olive oil. I hope you got all your answers right. Well done, everyone. That's all for today. That is all for today, dear kids. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Until next time, see you.